Good afternoon. My name is Christopher Duran, and I am hoping to be one of the recipients of y'all scholarships. I was actually a recipient last year of the Judith A. Langford Scholarship, and it was a huge help in cutting down the cost of my tuition for last semester. So I'm very grateful for that, and I hope y'all will consider me for this scholarship as well. Um, Being informed and making smart decisions with money during your college years is super, super important. What I've found is that it's super, super easy to spend money in college. You'll make, all these different impulse purchases, and it adds up. So knowing when to say no to like hanging out or spending money on food or going out in general, or just knowing how to withhold yourself from making certain purchases is really, really important in not only saving money in college, but also building that habit, that financial habit of saying no to certain financial decisions. Um, and also having good credit is really important too. Having good credit allows you in the future to buy big purchases, like cars, houses, taking out loans, stuff like that. And what a lot of people do in college is they'll end up getting a credit card and they'll overspend on it. They'll spend more than they actually have, and it tanks their credit score, and they go into debt. Um, that the You just have to make sure that you only spend what you can afford, and it'll be a great tool to help you manage your finances better and build up your credit score. Making investments early on is super, super helpful. It can be extremely beneficial as long as you actually do it. The hardest part, it seems like, of making investments is actually going out and putting the money in, because the earlier you do it, the better. Um, and there's so many options. There's IRAs, there are STDs, there are just stocks, there are savings accounts. Putting your money in one of these things is far better than leaving it in a bank account where it's not going to grow at all. So, um, you know, invest. That's what I'm going to do. And not having too much debt. I'm trying to graduate without any debt. And so I'm saving up money and working and applying for scholarships, and all this is going to help me reduce the weight of my student debt. Because coming out of school without any debt is like a breath of fresh air. You don't have anything weighing you down and kind of dictating the decisions that you make. You kind of have more freedom with what you can do before you actually start trying to work or build a career. Um, and also, as a finance major, it's just super important for me to know how to manage finances, because if I can't manage my own money, then how am I going to manage a company or clients? The other thing is, Space City can help me with all of this. They have a mobile banking app that will help me hugely with budgeting and knowing how much I'm spending each month. They have a calculator on it that will help me know exactly how much I can spend, and their website has a bunch of options on investment opportunities, all of which I mentioned before. So thank you so much for accepting my application.